Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa, at a time when the world had just begun embracing the computer revolution. His childhood did not begin with fame, money, or luxury. Instead, he grew up as a silent observer, often misunderstood, and deeply fascinated by things that most children ignored. His mother, May Musk, was a Canadian-born model and nutrition expert who built her life on independence and hard-working values. His father, Errol Musk, was a South African electromechanical engineer, intelligent and complex, influencing Elon both positively and negatively. Elon was the eldest of 3 children, followed by his brother Kimball Musk and his sister Tosca Musk. From a very early age, Elon was different. While most children played outside, he found comfort in reading. He would read for many hours every day, finishing entire sets of encyclopedias. His mother once mentioned that Elon often disappeared for long periods, only to be found with a book in his hand. His imagination expanded faster than the environment around him. He dreamed about technology, space, business, and worlds far beyond Earth. His interest in computing grew when he was around 10 years old. A family computer, a Commodore VIC-20, came into his life, and Elon became obsessed with writing code. He could not find anyone around him who truly understood computers, so he learned everything on his own. He read manuals line by line, absorbed everything like a sponge, and within 2 years, he created his first video game. The game was called Blaster, a space battle shooter similar to the early arcade games of the 1980s. He sold that game code for about $500. He was just 12 years old. This small achievement didn't make him wealthy, but it gave him validation, proof that skill could become income. School, on the other hand, was not a positive experience. Elon was quiet, introverted, and sometimes socially awkward. At an all-boys school, bullying was harsh. He was beaten badly on several occasions, once so severely that he had to be hospitalized. These incidents shaped his silent, determined personality. Instead of fighting physically, he fought mentally, storing ideas and building visions within him. As he grew older, South Africa became more limiting for him. He wanted to work on big world-changing solutions, and South Africa, still under apartheid, could not give him the global scope he imagined. Moreover, he was nearing the age for mandatory South African military service, which he did not want to join. He sought a way out, believing that the United States was the place where big technological dreams came true. But moving to the United States directly was expensive and complex. His mother, being Canadian, helped him apply for Canadian documents, and at 17, Elon left South Africa with almost nothing except ambition, intelligence, and curiosity. He went deeper into science and engineering. He studied rocket design, propulsion systems, orbital mechanics, manufacturing, material cost, and government contracting. While many believed space was untouchable, Elon was convinced space could be reached with lower cost and higher reliability. He founded SpaceX with the vision that humanity must become multiplanetary. He openly said Earth will not remain forever safe. Population collapse, asteroid impact, climate disaster, natural extinction, any of these could eliminate humanity. To survive long-term, humans must live beyond Earth. People laughed again. They said it was science fiction. But Elon kept moving. The early SpaceX days nearly destroyed him. He used almost all his PayPal fortune building rockets. The company tested its Falcon rockets 3 times, and failed each time. Explosions consumed years of effort and investment. Employees cried. Engineers lost hope. Elon stood still. He said there must always be a 4th attempt, because success is statistical. And on that 4th launch, Falcon 1 finally reached orbit. It was the first privately built liquid fuel rocket to do so. NASA later awarded a major contract to SpaceX. The company survived. At the same time, another idea that he carried from university resurfaced: electric vehicles. He believed internal combustion engines were inefficient and harmful. He was not the original founder of Tesla, but he became its main investor, leader, and visionary. Tesla's early days were intensely difficult. Manufacturing electric cars at scale seemed impossible. Critics called them toys. Generating real range with batteries seemed unrealistic. Elon invested his money again. He slept on factory floors. He wrote software himself. He restructured internal teams. He fired people who refused to match urgency. Tesla's biggest challenge was supply chain and production speed. Elon famously called factory management a machine that builds the machine. His obsession was not making a single great car, but making thousands of great cars every week. When Model S launched, it changed everything. It won automobile awards globally and silenced critics. Then came Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and the huge gigafactories spread across the world. Tesla became the world's most valuable automaker, a company built not on gasoline but battery innovation, software-based driving, and autonomous navigation. Because of Elon's strategy, major automotive industries began shifting toward electrification. Countries began setting deadlines for banning fuel engine production. Charging infrastructure expanded globally. Investors once doubted Tesla, but later followed its movement. At SpaceX, rockets evolved from Falcon to reusable boosters, the most important innovation in modern aerospace engineering. SpaceX began landing rockets vertically, something the world once called impossible. The same rockets could launch again, saving millions of dollars per mission. Eventually, SpaceX developed Starship, a massive launch vehicle designed to take humans beyond Earth, to the Moon, and ultimately to Mars. SpaceX satellites led to Starlink, a global internet system using low-orbit satellites. Starlink connected remote villages, ships, airplanes, war zones, disaster zones, mountains, deserts, and oceans. For the first time, internet became not a local system, but a planetary one. Beyond rockets and cars, Elon created Neuralink, a brain-machine interface company designed to help paralyzed individuals regain movement and communicate digitally with neural signals. He built the Boring Company to create underground tunnels that reduce traffic congestion. He also redesigned battery systems, solar power storage, and became one of the most influential figures in renewable energy transformation. Despite his influence, he faced criticism, lawsuits, engineering setbacks, stock collapses, employee resistance, and personal controversies. He was publicly attacked for statements, decisions, deadlines, and experimental failures. But like past versions of himself, he simply continued. His resilience did not come from ego, but from mission. He believed technology must solve long-term problems, not just produce short-term profit. His personal life was complex. He experienced multiple relationships, marriages, and high-attention media controversies. But he remained deeply connected to his children, ensuring they grew with engineering principles, logical thinking, and exposure to education outside traditional systems. Over time, Elon became the richest man on Earth, not through inheritance, but through inventions. His wealth fluctuated dramatically, sometimes gaining tens of billions, sometimes losing tens of billions. Yet the wealth never became his motivation. He often invested his own money back into companies. His stated mission remained consistent: building a future where humanity becomes a multi-planet species. Machines become extensions of human ability. Transportation becomes sustainable, and knowledge becomes accessible to all. His story is not a straight line. It is built upon failures, collapsed companies, wrong predictions, rejected ideas, and repeated resilience. He built companies that people said could not exist. Private companies launching astronauts into orbit, electric cars dominating the market, satellite networks covering the world, and factories built within months instead of decades. Through hardship, criticism, failure, and pressure, Elon Musk kept moving. His life represents a combination of imagination, mathematics, adaptability, and relentless work. His journey shows how one person's vision can redirect entire industries. And while many do not agree with every decision he makes, generations will inevitably remember him, not just as a businessman or billionaire, but as someone who fundamentally challenged how humans think about Earth and beyond. His biography continues today, not as a story already finished, but as a story still being written, through rockets rising into the sky, factories producing electric machines, satellites orbiting above, and a future he believes must reach, farther than any previous generation, dared to imagine.